Hello everyone, so glad to have you with us as we browse through another edition of Jamaica Magazine. As usual, we have a lot for you to see inside today's pages, so please sit back and relax during this informative half-hour journey. I'm your host, Jahbertha Atkinson. Stay with us. Good day, I'm Twila Wheelan and this is your JS News for Monday, August 4, 2025. The newly opened Stony Hill Police Station in St. Andrew is providing citizens with a comfortable space to interact with officers. The reveal took place last Wednesday for the modern facility, which will also enable more efficient operation of the police force in that area. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang underscores that officers must have access to high-quality facilities that support their ability to function effectively and professionally.
We are committed to the safety of people. We are committed to provide a conservative force which is capable of dealing with the criminal elements that continue to plague our society.
The new Stony Hill Station is one of several being built or renovated across the island as part of the government's national infrastructure upgrade for law enforcement. During the official handover, head of the Crime and Security Portfolio, Deputy Commissioner of Police Richard Stewart, revealed that the Stony Hill Police Division was experiencing a 50% reduction in murders.
6 murders were recorded between January 1 to July 30, 2024, compared to 3 for this year, 2025. The presence of this new station will build on this momentum, further strengthening public safety and reinforcing the relationship between law enforcement and the community.
Residents of Coburn Gardens, Mall Road and Drewsland in West Central St. Andrew are the latest beneficiaries of the Universal Service Fund's Community Wi-Fi initiative. The newly launched Wi-Fi hotspots will allow residents to connect simultaneously using their devices free of charge. With this expansion, the number of hotspots established in the constituency now stands at 5, including previously launched sites in Roden Crescent and Tower Hill. The 3 sites were officially commissioned into service by Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for the constituency, Dr. Andrew Holness, last Thursday. He says the government's objective is to achieve full internet coverage and access, which includes building out a national broadband network. The GovNet broadband network is also being expanded so that the government has connectivity for its own operations in schools, courts, parish councils and police stations.
We're going to expand that nationally so that we have a government broadband network. But we also want all communities to have access, so we are working along with the service providers in public-private partnership to be able to bring to your communities broadband internet access at an affordable price. So ultimately, all Jamaica will have access to the fastest broadband speed.
The Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, is projected to save more than $1 billion in fuel costs for the current financial year. JUTC's Managing Director Owen Ellington made the disclosure during a recent press briefing.
There has been a significant strategic shift away from diesel-powered buses to CNG-powered buses and a limited number of battery electric buses. This shift in our fuel composition has actually enabled the company to record significant savings on fuel costs. It is estimated that during the current financial year, ending March 31 next year, the company would have saved some $1.3 billion on its projected fuel bill.
The JUTC currently operates over 120 compressed natural gas (CNG) buses and approximately 7 electric buses. Mr. Ellington says the bus company is also exploring hybrid technology to further reduce its fuel costs and has been testing a hybrid or extended range bus.
This is a bus which is battery powered but is built with an onboard generator. And when the fuel tank that supports that generator is filled 400 liters, that bus has the potential for traveling up to 1,000 900 kilometers before it requires refueling. That bus has been tested in the fleet for several months, and in terms of its performance, efficiency, reliability, and economic cost of operation, seems a very useful prospect for fleet expansion into the future.
Over 5,000 fruit and vegetable farmers in Manchester will soon benefit from a $294 million upgrade to the Coleyville cold storage facility. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green recently broke ground on the expansion project. The revamped facility will include 8 refurbished cold storage bins, a modern chilling system, and a solar photovoltaic setup to reduce energy costs and support sustainable operations.
We're not just thinking about energy efficiency, because any cold storage of this nature also needs a lot of water to operate. And as such, as a part of this project, we're putting in a rainwater harvesting system. So as you're seeing now, where we're getting some wonderful showers of blessings, they won't go to waste. We'll use it in our system to keep our produce fresh.
The project will also include the refurbishment of office spaces, restrooms and changing rooms to ensure proper sanitary facilities are in place. Minister Green says the upgrade is not only designed to meet local demand, but also to support the expansion of agricultural exports. It's being funded by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, under the Rural Economic Development Initiative Ready 2. JSIF's Managing Director Omar Sweeney says the project's core function is to improve the livelihoods of farmers and enterprises.
We know in Jamaica that farmers lose as much as 35% of what they have taken out of the field. And a big part of that investment will require state-of-the-art packaging and cold storage facilities to preserve those crops.
The upgraded facility will also link 20 aggregators to major markets, including hotels, processors, and supermarkets. And finally, data collection for the latest Jamaica Survey of Living Conditions begins today and will run until the end of November. The survey functions as an accountability tool to monitor public policy and the effectiveness of social programs. During a recent JS think tank, acting head of the Labour Market and Welfare Statistics Unit in the Service Division at Sutton, Nicole Allen, revealed that the survey had been revised with a more targeted focus.
It has much of the same indicators that we have been tracking over the years, but it has a more targeted focus on the priority areas. And the survey now features a new module. It's called the Food Security Module. That module is going to be used to help monitor SDG Goal 2.1.2, and that is to get the prevalence of food insecurity within the population. So the redesign of the survey is to help us to track our national development goals as well as the international goals that Jamaica has signed on to.
Statin's Director of Field Services, Philone Mantock, says the survey will target 12,000 households across all parishes. Over 100 interviewers are contracted to carry out the work.
They have all signed an oath of declaration and a secrecy act, so the data they collect from you is kept strictly confidential. It is only shared with members of the Statin team. We are going to target 755 enumeration districts. An enumeration district is the smallest area that one can cover to collect data, and there are assigned 16 dwellings for every ED. Just want to encourage households to participate in the survey.
And that's it for JS News Today. I'm Twila Wheelan. Thanks for watching.
The city of Montego Bay is being transformed. The commuting public is being afforded better road connectivity, much of that owed to the Montego Bay Perimeter Road project. We are turning the pages of Jamaica Magazine for an update on that development.
Montego Bay, St. James. the tourist and commercial hub of Western Jamaica, attracts thousands of visitors each year with its rich culture and thriving business sector. The government is ensuring that the city continues to develop in a structured manner. Transforming the road infrastructure and mobility in and around Montego Bay is one of these avenues. In steps, the Montego Bay Perimeter Road project, a $274 million infrastructure program. Fully funded by the government of Jamaica, the road project is set to ease traffic, boost economic activity, and improve connectivity among communities. Anchored by Jamaica's longest bridge, 30 meters high and 180 meters long, the new highway will open doors for business, housing, and faster commutes. With benefits for tourism, BPO, and daily life, this game-changing project promises a lasting impact for Montego Bay and beyond.
The Montego Bay Perimeter Road project is a $274 million project in which the government of Jamaica is the employer, EDROC is the engineer, and China Harbour Engineering Company Limited is the contractor.
Meanwhile, SJE Consultants manages the day-to-day project implementation and oversight.
The project involves a number of sub-projects, including the Montego Bay Bypass, the Long Hill Bypass, and upgrades to Barnett Street and West Green Avenue. The project is on track to be completed in May 2026. China Harbour Engineering Company Limited is the main contractor on this project. During the project, the contractor would procure some materials from local suppliers, including steel and aggregate. The Barnett Street and West Green Avenue upgrades are to be subcontracted by check to local contractors.
The Land Acquisition Act guides the purchase of properties to build the highway.
If the property is a commercial property, or a residential property, then the valuations are done in accordance with what obtained for businesses and what obtained for residences. And NROC has a resettlement policy which sets out how we go about to compensate people using fair value measures so that when we are through, persons are to be better off than before. For businesses, same principle follows its valuations, but with a business, you have to provide additional compensation for re-establishment of business. We did an environmental impact assessment as part of the planning process, and that captures most of the underground information, both in terms of the biological information and social information. So we look at flora, fauna, plants, animals. We look at the rivers and streams, and then we look at the communities that are within close proximity to the highway. And that gives us the baseline information as to what are likely to impact people. And then we would build that into our plan and design so that we minimize disruptions and inconvenience.
Designed with safety at its core, the Montego Bay Perimeter Road project will feature the upgraded urban roads to ensure smooth and secure access for all. Meanwhile, along high-speed sections, medians, barriers, and protective fencing will be strategically installed to prevent unauthorized crossings by both people and animals. These measures will not only enhance traffic flow, but also minimize crashes, creating a safer, more efficient roadway for all users. The Montego Bay Perimeter Road project will include fully functional facilities to ensure smooth traffic management and revenue collection. There's also a strong police presence on site, with regular patrols from officers of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch to maintain security and ensure compliance with safety regulations. Additionally, the highway connects to the Freeport Police Station, enhancing law enforcement accessibility. NROC continues to uphold its high standards as an ISO 9001:2015 certified organization, ensuring that every step of this and other projects follows the entire process and is in compliance with this quality management system. A testament to this commitment is the on-site check lab, where trained professionals rigorously test the materials used in constructing roads and bridges, guaranteeing durability and safety. Upon completion of this project, the check lab will be handed over to the University of the West Indies Mona campus, so up-and-coming professionals can continue the work for other projects to come.
Some of the things that we test are like aggregates used to make concrete. We take compressive strength of concrete such as for bridges, culverts, etc. We also test material that is used in the general construction of the road, such as the fill, the subgrade, subbase, and base. We also do nuclear density to test the compaction of the road to ensure that the quality of the compaction is okay.
Additionally, the project's workforce proudly consists of 95% local workers in unskilled and general roles, with at least 50% of technical positions filled by Jamaicans. With quality at the forefront, this project is not just about building roads, it's about the island's infrastructure. It's a vision for a more connected, accessible, and resilient Montego Bay. A Montego Bay that will take its place as the western hub of economic growth with the help of modern road infrastructure, bridging the gap between the past and future while promising a better experience for all.
Proper infant and young child feeding, prioritizing breast milk, is key to improving child survival and promoting healthy growth and development. As we observe Breastfeeding Week from August 1 to 7, we're exploring the benefits breastfeeding offers, not just to babies, but also their mothers.
Every child has the right to enough nourishing food to grow well and flourish. For the very young, breast milk remains the best food source.
Data from the World Health Organization shows that breast milk, as the natural first food for babies, provides all the energy and nutrients that the infant needs for the first 6 months of life. And it continues to provide up to half or more of a child's nutritional needs during the second half of the first year, and up to 1/3 during the second year of life.
Breast milk provides much needed antibodies to protect babies against all kinds of infections. The colostrum or foremilk, which is the first milk produced by mothers after giving birth, is the baby's first immunization against some infections. Babies who are exclusively breastfed have less episodes of diarrhea, acute respiratory infection, and skin conditions.
Appropriate breastfeeding practices, therefore, have the potential to reduce infant mortality in children ages 5 years and younger by 14%, while appropriate complementary feeding up to 2 years of age is capable of preventing an additional 6% of deaths in this age range.
Breastfeeding also establishes a close, loving bond between mother and baby. In addition, mothers benefit from improved postpartum recovery, reduced iron loss, and decreased risk of breast and ovarian cancers. Another benefit? Mothers need not spend on infant formulas, which can be a huge financial burden.
Breastfeeding is a universal solution that has proven to improving the health, well-being and survival of women and children around the world. It helps to prevent malnutrition in all its forms, ensures food security for infants and young children, and thus helps to bring people and nations out of hunger and the poverty cycle. That's big. That's quite profound.
Men can actively participate and support the breastfeeding mother. So even, for example, if the milk is expressed and placed in a clean container or cup, then the father can be the one to feed the child from the cup with the breast milk.
In cases where the mother is breastfeeding, the father can support her by doing chores to ease her burden.
Some quick tips on breastfeeding for mommy to eat from all the 7 food groups that keep you healthy. Continue taking your maternal supplements. Remember, baby is getting all its nutrients from breastfeed milk, and make sure that when baby sleeps, you sleep, because babies don't have a special time to sleep, so you have to get rest when baby sleeps.
Mothers who choose not to breastfeed are encouraged to discuss this issue with their healthcare provider. Individual counseling on breastfeeding is important for dispelling any myths or concerns.
And we need to embrace the traditional approaches as it relates to lactating mothers, as it relates to development of our newborns. And there is very little technology that is going to change that reality, that the breast is best and is still the best.
Medical experts recommend the initiation of breastfeeding within half hour of birth. Do not give newborns any food or drink other than breast milk unless medically indicated. And encourage breastfeeding on demand. Also, don't give artificial teats or pacifiers to breastfeeding infants.
The hope for the ministry is that every child receives a fair opportunity at benefiting from the tremendous nutritional and other critical values, psycho-emotional, physiological, economic, and hygienic advantages of breastfeeding.
Do what's best for your child. Breastfeed and give them a healthy start to a long life.
Jamaica is well known for its warm tropical climate and crystal blue seas with white sand beaches. A dream vacation getaway. But also nestled in the warmth are some cool spots on our tropical isle. So if you feel like cooling down, follow us now to the Hollywood Recreational Park, where the temperature is a bit chilly even beneath the summer sun.
Jamaica is located just 18 degrees north of the equator and over 8,000 kilometers from the North Pole. So you get the picture. It's not really that cold. However, despite the tropical climate, you might be surprised to know that there are places in Jamaica where it can get nippy. My first summer stop took me to Hollywood. And if you're looking to bundle up this summer, this would be a great place to start. This terrestrial national park is home to some of the most unique plants and animals in the world and provides an ideal link to the rest of the often cold Blue and John Crow Mountains. Now that's a tropical mist.
Hollywood, which we're now standing at approximately 3,000 feet above sea level, and the typical weather condition is usually very cool. It's a cool climate, usually reaching up to 11 and 12 degrees Celsius.
He said cool, but do you see the fog and mist sweeping in the background and permeating our lens? That's called cold if you ask me.
The offerings in terms of a climate to Hollywood, it's usually very cool. And being that it's within a cloud forest, within the Blue and John Crow National Park, it entails a large cloud cover for persons usually in the warm cities, they would normally want to come and exploit and enjoy these temperature at times.
And besides the temperature, there's a beauty to contemplate from the flora and fauna that grow and breathe in the area. Even if you're not that into nature, the scene is an immediate attention grabber.
Some of the endemic plant species and animal species that's generally found within the national park. One of the plant species thus far is the soapwood, otherwise known as the Sapium harrisis. It produces a milky sap. Usually it's used to make like a paste. And there are others such as the soapwood tree known as the Cletra occidentalis. That's like two of the main trees that's found, but there are several other species. There are 28 endemic bird species that's generally found within the park.
If you've looked enough at the majesty of nature, consider taking a hike down the trails.
We have 5 trails on the site. We have the Blue Maho Trail, which entails a detail of the national tree, or the first area to the large area of the park, to the main camping site. So it's a linkage trail, so usually persons who come on the site and are unable to walk the long trails would rather to go on a short walk through the Blue Maho Trail. Now apart from that, we have a detailed trail which is known as the Oatley Mountain Trail. It entails several lookout platforms which gives the description of various plants and animal species that can be found within the area. Apart from that, we have a trail called the Sheltered Trail and the Wagwater Trail, which is the actual head of the Wagwater that goes all the way back into St. Mary. Well, I would say the most preferred trail by visitors would definitely be the Oatley Mountain Trail. One reason for that is that it is detailed, it is an interpretive trail. You know, it has lookout platforms viewing different areas of Jamaica, and it also gives details to the exact location as to where you're traveling.
And there's no need to leave the same day. Stay overnight and enjoy the panoramic view of the capital. And don't worry, a ranger station is there for your peace of mind.
Here at Hollywood, we offer camping, cabins, and generally you come up on your picnic for the day. We have 3 cabins here inside Hollywood, so we have a 2 1-bedroom cabin and a 2-bedroom cabins. So if you don't want to use our cabins, or if we have no cabins available, you can also use our tents. So we have tents and tent site as well, so we have tents for rental, also cots, blow-up beds, and all of that stuff.
Oh, and there's even a jungle gym for the little ones. Hike or climb, you decide.
A lot of people come to Hollywood and they say that Hollywood have a rich history with our ancestors. So a lot of times, from time to time, you find people come up just to relax, and enjoy and be one with the ancestors.
So you see, despite our obvious tropical climate, if you're up for a chilly day or stay in the tropics, being high above sea level, then Hollywood may very well be your hideaway this summer.
Our half-hour journey through the pages of Jamaica Magazine ends right here for today. But please join us again tomorrow on this station for more news, features, and information you can use to live, work, raise families, do business, and of course, retire in paradise. In the meantime, visit our website, gis.gov.jm, for this and other offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Jahbertha Atkinson. Till next time, take care and stay safe over this celebratory period.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.